We'll move on to the second round in the big story. So this is over to you, Luke and Steve. Here are your images. Can you guess what this is? Silver Surfers, Uncle Rupert, horse-faced Mark Zuckerberg, and a job centre. Any guesses?
Uncle Rupert's got to be MySpace, hasn't it?
Social networking?
No, I'll give you that. It's as near as damn it. It is MySpace, and in fact it's the My Empty Space as it's becoming. It's the demise of MySpace in the face of Facebook, which has almost sort of doubled its figures as they've been losing theirs. And I'm kind of interested to know our thoughts on why one is working and one seemingly isn't working.
Well, I think it's because Facebook has offered quite a few sort of structured ways to communicate with people. If you look at how MySpace operates, it was sort of fairly chaotic. It didn't provide the kind of structure to maintain your groups of friends, to organise the communication that you want to people, and it didn't have the kind of open platform that made all of the different widgets that are available on Facebook. And I think those are the sorts of things that drove the popularity of Facebook. Whereas MySpace at the moment has become known for one particular thing, and that's music in particular. It's a fantastic platform for getting new music out there. So from that perspective, MySpace is hugely successful. But in terms of actually communicating with groups of people you want to stay in touch with, Facebook has provided the mechanism to do that much more effectively. And that's probably why it's been as successful as it has.
But what about the figures when you go into it? Because are there any career services here who've got Facebook groups and they invite people into them? Anyone doing that? Because I've noticed some just aren't as well populated as I thought they would be. And actually the people who are befriending them are people like me and other suppliers and agencies rather than the actual students. So, you know, how do you measure success on Facebook if you're a brand out there, do you think?
I think it's absolutely key to sort of be as authentic as you possibly can. And one of the reasons people use Facebook is to connect with their friends, not necessarily going in with the explicit purpose of looking for a job or befriending a corporation or an organisation. That's not how you manage your friendship circles. So if you're going to do that and you're going to put yourself out there, you really need to have an authentic voice that adds some value to that person's life, rather than just putting up the face of Deloitte or whoever the case you are. And that's absolutely critical. That way you might attract some genuine followers or some genuine friends.
I completely agree with that, but what I'd also add to that is that excuse me, you can't expect this kind of thing to just happen either. You know, social media, as I said earlier, bits of it may be free, but it can be quite resource intensive. So, you know, in some ways you have to tell people you're there. You know, whether that's advertising or, you know, just working hard to get a momentum of followers going. And I think that a lot of people kind of concentrate on getting their presence there, but don't really have a plan about how they're going to tell interested people that they've got that presence there.
We work with a supplier. They're an FMCG company, and they've got an IT scheme which they've always found quite hard to market or keep people interested in. They're in competition with the likes of IBM, I guess, for the people. And what they've done is, after the application stage, they basically invite people to join the Facebook group. And I think it's been one of the most successful examples that I've seen, where they use it really just to tell people what it's actually like to work there. They show lots of pictures about the induction, and they make it look like a very fun environment, and it is very, very interactive. So you can chase up on, you know, what's happening with your application, but you can also really ask what it's actually like to work there, what the rotations are like, and actually speak to one of the graduates, and it works really, really well. But I think the key thing was they looked at the strategy beforehand rather than just have that kind of profile up there, and that was exactly what they wanted to do.
We do that as well, particularly for graduates before they join, so that they can actually meet up on Facebook and perhaps arrange accommodation, they're going to be in the same location, that sort of thing. So specific purposes as opposed to sort of just general, we're out there type Facebook.